Welcome to the demonstration of using the Salesforce connection in FloData. Watch and learn how inserting, updating, and reading data from Salesforce is fast, simple, and requires only a few minutes using FloData. Let's start by inserting some data. Start by grabbing a Generate Row step. We will use this step to create our sample data. Change the limit to 1 so only one record gets sent, and create these 8 fields, making all of them a string. You can put in random information for the sample value. Just make sure the name is John Doe. John-Doe. Next, under Connections, grab a Salesforce step and select Target. Change the operation to Insert. Module will be the object you are inserting data into. We're going to use a count. Salesforce ID field name is the field that will hold the auto-generated ID. Most commonly will be ID. Now, enter field mapping. Source fields will be all the fields from our Generate rows. Target fields will be all available fields from our Salesforce environment. We can use the auto mapping function since the names are the same. Save this step. And lastly, we'll have a write to log to show the data was inserted into Salesforce. Add the name and ID field. Save the step. Save the flow. And now let's run the flow. The flow has been completed. Let's review the logs. As we can see, our one record was inserted into the environment. Now, let's read some data. Under Connections, grab our Salesforce step and select Source. Checkmark the Specify Query step. Enter in this query. We are selecting all the fields from the account table and specifying where name is John Doe. Hit Get Fields and it will retrieve all fields stated in the query. Now, let's simply just grab a write to log and get all fields. Save the flow. Now let's run the flow. The flow has been completed. Let's review the logs. As we can see, these are our records from the Salesforce environment. Now, let's try updating a record. The first thing we need to do is go and retrieve a Salesforce ID so we can update the record. Go back into our previous read log and grab the Salesforce ID. Keep this ID copied in your clipboard. We will use it soon. Start the flow by grabbing a Generate Rows step under Transformations. Add these two rows, Account ID and Name. Make sure to also limit it to 1 so only one record gets sent. For name, input the name John Williams, and for value, paste the ID that we just grabbed from the log. Next, grab a Salesforce step and select Target. Change the operation to Update and select the module as Account. At the bottom, we see our two fields. Enter field mapping. Here, the field names are different, so we will have to manually map them. Save the flow. Now let's run the flow. Flow has been completed. Let's review the logs. As we can see, our one record was updated. Now to quickly check to see if the name was updated, go back into our read data log, our read data flow, and click on the Salesforce step. Click on the where condition at the bottom, and where it says name equals John Doe, change that to where ID equals, and paste the ID from the log. Save the step, and save the flow, and now we can run the flow. The flow has been completed. Let's review the logs. As we can see, it updated from John Doe to John Williams, where we had that ID. Thank you for watching. For more information, send us your queries at info@flodata.io or call us at 209-755-6464.